Alright, we're picking up this video. We're trying to get Watson to help us with an experiment. Harpoon experiment, I believe. Oh, looky, a little doggy.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire. My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
I think we needed to research that name. Yes, search for Dawson.
That is not the one I need.
Oh, it would help. It has Dawson's name on it.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder.
No, I didn't even leave it up there long enough for anyone to read it. The Dawson and Nagel's Investment Fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio and has accordingly been assigned for liquidation. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain, and its bankruptcy was second largest on record. The liquidation of the company is pure catastrophic for many Cornwall families. Joshua Nelligan, there we go. One of the bankers has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard a yacht preparing to depart for Norway. Nelligan is wanted by both the police and his creditors. Well, that's a good reason to be wanted. Let's see. Nelligan appeared 19 years old. He was raised and wealthy, but after desertion in his family 10 years ago, his family fell into poverty. He's worked to earn money, cleaning fish. Despite undertaking such manual work for a considerable time, he looks physically weak. Okay. Yeah. I think we're going to prove that he couldn't have thrown the harpoon. Or pinned him to the wall.
A spot of whaling, Watson? Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible, but if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Alrighty, so we need to go grab his harpoon. She's still watching me. She's watching me, watching her, watching me, watching her. Alright, let's see. Investigate the murder of Peter Carey. John Nagel seems to be not to be the usual thief. Oh yeah, harpoon. Woodmansley. Alright. Oh, I can run. How about that?
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
Okay, so... Oh, I didn't hit
Holmes,
nothing.
I can't believe it. Did you just miss?
Hey,
You
I
should
got
try
one.
to aim better and throw as hard as you can.
Oh. Sheesh. Oh, didn't quite get it. Hey, got it that time.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
Anything else in here? Probably not. It's not really like it's a clue for anything, so... Let's ask him about the ring. See if we can ask him. Cool room. Look at that. What weird ceiling. Was that just wood plank over some sort of joist? You see an interrogation room? Ah, he's still here. See if we can ask him any more questions about that ring. Ah, yes we can. Good.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes. Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Well, that would explain how he was able to retire from whaling while being rather young. Let's see. Let's talk to Watson. We got any more deductions while we're here? Let's see. It's got to be a feat of strength. What other clues do I got? Oh, back to those. Breaking the 10 doesn't give me the mixing box, so... Alright.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
Alright, I don't know what I gotta do next. What I gotta do next? Oh, ship's log. I forgot about those.
"1883. That's the one I need.
That's why it wasn't green.
This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Canadian Pacific Railway.
CPR.
A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Do I have it with me? No, not that one. CPR, it's on the list right there. Alright, let's go back to Baker Street.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Alrighty, let's call for our help. Whoop, not the telescope. Okay.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Well,
Sorry to trouble you,
He's
Mr.
optimistic.
Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
alright, we've got another errand to run. Let's see if there's anything else we can...
My analysis table.
Nothing there.
It is useful for my work.
And nothing to research, right? Yeah, no papers, no...
My archive. I
Nope.
can always consult with it if need.
Alright, let's go see him at Scotland Yard. See what he wants. We've been summoned. Well, we travel in this cart a lot. Got a lot of spending money for the cabbie.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always. What happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Oh yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
Alrighty. So, are the police ahead of us? Do they have a better suspect? Well, the current one we got ain't making that throw. So, or ain't harpooning somebody to a wall. So let's see what this guy gives me.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely. And considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
Alright, so what do we got here? Oh, let's see. Nothing there. Oh, whoa, what do we know here? Where have we seen that before? Somebody's been messing around. Plant remains. Gardener's hands.
That's all for now.
Ah. Did he come with any stuff?
These are the suspect's belongings.
Boots.
Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5.
Why does he have a second pair of boots?
A pen. Nothing unusual about it. The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals.
I want to look at this because he's got
These are the suspect's belongings. I wonder if these are connected.
There it is.
Now we
CPR.
have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here.
3,
It seems that they have
2.
vanished, however.
Valuable bond certificates were kept inside the stolen tin box. So somebody's looking for money. What do we have here? Well, it's a possibility, but again, he's not strong enough to pin him through the wall, so I don't give that much of a hope. Just not there. Yeah, I don't think the Break-in attempts were made in order to retrieve the notebook lying in the pool of blood. This person. Yeah, I think those go together. Yeah, see, he doesn't fit it by physical description. That's what I got. So we've got a no because of this. Alright. Alright. Disappointing. Alright, we're going to pick this up in the next video. We're going to go off to do the chemical lab in his, at Baker Street. So, see you at Baker Street in the next video.